That's good morning, leaders. Good morning. I hope you had an amazing week. Well, we just finished the first week of September. I hope everyone is doing well in the business. Yeah, so today we're just going to take a look a bit about self-development. You know, um, in I know in most cases, especially considering that most of us we are doing the business part time, we actually say, no, I don't really have much time to do self development. I don't have time to learn other things. I'm so focused on the business. So I just wanted to share a little bit on the important side of doing personal development and also on how you can do it regardless of your busy schedule. Yeah, so leader Ether will help me to just move the slides. Yeah, there are very few. Yeah, but I'll be a bit as fast as I can. Okay, so why is it so important to do self-development? In I know mostly when you're just starting the business, we get that promise of, no, we're going to give you support, we're going to give you the coaching. Yes, that is very, very much important as an FBO, but the most important that makes you grow in the business, it's a self-development. You need to have new skills, you need to change your mindset, and just by being told that what to do or the support we get from our sponsors, um, that change is a bit slow, but it's more faster if you are adding self-development yourself as well, because it helps to build the confidence and also mindset for success, because you won't just going to either listen or read you from your mentor, but also you get from external knowledge from people been in the industry for years, people who've got the experience. Yeah, and it also helps it to balance a job, business, and also that personal growth. Yeah. If you are not doing that self-development, you find that even time management is difficult. You feel out of energy, you feel tired. Mostly people who don't do self-development, I would say 50% of them, they actually quit the business before it even gets started. Yeah. So it also helps to prepare you for leadership. In network marketing, we say we raise leaders. When people join the business, when we join, we become leaders. We need to lead others to success. We need to lead them so that they can be open and see the bigger picture of what we are offering. And that leadership cannot come minus personal development. Also, it helps you to create the consistency in terms of a daily growth. Yeah. Mm, it helps you to create that momentum in terms of growth. Yes, sir. So those are the reasons. So the first thing that we are going to focus now, uh, did I just on the previous slide? Okay. So how do you now master time management? Mostly like mostly you need to have a morning routine. Like for me, I always wake up at 4 a.m. so that I have at least 1 hour of studying um, before the 5 a.m. session. Meaning you have your routine. You need to create time where you say, at least you do 30 minutes of reading. If you are a Christian, depending on the religion, you also have to create time for spiritual growth. You need to have something to believe in. You need to have something that you believe in, something higher. That is very important. Even if you are not a Christian who does not believe in God, at least it's very much important you have something that you believe in. That just same mindset of believing helps you to grow. It helps you to act differently and have a certain principle that you are following on your daily basis to help you through. Also, you need also to add what we call micro learning during your breaks. For example, instead of when you are doing something, or you're in a break or lunchtime, or maybe in the morning, when you're having that break, instead of going on social media and scrolling and watching content that is not so much helpful, you can go on and listen to um, any social media gurus that helps you to uh, with network marketing. Let me give an example of Fraser Blocks. For him, it doesn't create content like for hours. For him, mostly it's just minutes, 12 minutes, 15 minutes. You can use that time to go and learn something new. It doesn't take, you don't necessarily need like hours like of commitment to have to develop a new skill. All you need to do is just to stay consistently. You maybe watch for 15 minutes, you pick up one thing, and if that one thing can change your business, it can change your mindset. Yeah. Also, you need to have create time for reflection, at least uh, 10 to 15 minutes on a daily basis, where you just sit and say, how was my day? Did I do anything? Uh, um, what made my day so productive? What made my day not to be so productive? Because if you know that I did this and it wasn't so productive, it will help you to make changes tomorrow, so that you don't keep repeating the same thing that is not helping you. Yeah, remember, you're becoming a leader, so everything that you're going to learn, you're also going to share to other people, especially your team, the people that are coming to, you're going to promise that support. You can't pour in an empty cup, so you need to making sure that your cup is filled as you are building your business. Yeah, consistency is the key. For you can't read the entire book on just one day. You can't even remember everything. You just read through without understanding. But if you break it down to, let's just say, maybe chapters or pages, you just, okay, today, every day I'll be reading. If it's 5 pages or it's 10 pages, when you are starting, you don't necessarily need to be reading like a lot of it. You just need to start as low as I can. Even just 1 page a day is completely fine. So all you have to do is stay consistent. Yeah, not don't focus on the intensity. Yeah, so that is how you can master time when it comes to personal development. In short, you don't need to wait for a perfect time to say, okay, this is now the perfect time. Now I can now do my personal development. Oh, yeah, you can use maybe you are in a car driving, or maybe in the bus, and you are not prospecting. Even if you are in the bus, maybe you can talk to the person to your left and to the right, you get their numbers, and then you continue listening to something more productive. Probably if they are even taking a look at your phone, they will even see what you are listening to, and they will be interested in knowing more. Yeah, so you can do that. If you are driving, you can maybe instead of listening to music, other things, you can play any audiobook that you can listen to. Yeah, so that's what how you can do it when it comes to time management. Yeah, for personal development and learning new skills. Yeah. Then the second thing that I want to talk about is on the focus. You need to focus on key areas of growth. You don't have to listen to almost everything. Especially on social media, you find out that there are quite a number of motivational videos. Yes, motivational videos, they help at some point, but motivation isn't really enough. What matters most is the discipline. Discipline makes you need to do things even when you don't feel like you need to pick up the phone at the same moment when you feel like you don't want to talk to anyone. And for you to do that, you won't rely on motivation. You will rely on consistency and the discipline. Yeah, so you need the key important areas that you need to focus in is communication and public speaking. You know, yes, you don't necessarily to go for a course to learn on public speaking, but you can listen, you can lead, and you can do that. Yeah, if at all you can invest money and you have time, you can go on and apply for the course and have more knowledge. Leadership and team building. These are the key areas that anyone in the business must focus on, especially on the leadership and team building. Network marketing, we build team, we recruit people into the business. That's team leading and that's leadership. And for you, you need to have the skill that is necessary. Yeah. If you want a bigger life, definitely you need to act big, which means that even the skill has to be higher. Yeah. Even people employers, they do not just come and employ anyone. They are looking for someone who's having that skill so that when they pay that person, they know it's really worth it. Yeah, same goes with the business. For any person, what we get paid based on, not just we based on the outcome. So you need to have the skill. You need to sharpen the skill, making sure that you have what it takes, and you to accomplish that which you really want. Then personal branding and social media. Most times we just go on blindly. You go and post and do all that, but we don't really have we don't have the knowledge. You need to go out there and search for it. Go and inbox leaders that are doing well on social media and ask them how they are doing it. That's also a skill. That's also on personal growth. You need to go and ask them or learn from any social media coach on personal branding and how to use social media, and you do the same thing consistently. Yeah. Then also you need to have emotional intelligence, because I'm talking about this not all the time that the business or life is going to give you exactly what you really want. Because trust me, even if we were to be given what we want, we even success won't be there, because growth is in those challenges that we usually face, and you need to be emotionally strong. Yeah, let me give an example: fear of rejection, disappointment from prospects promising to join, from customers buying the products, disappointments from the team. They looked so promising when they were joining the business with that energy. Then after some time, the business, they don't respond to your calls. You recruit 5 people and none of them is doing the business. They just pack their start your journey pack and use the products, and they are not doing the business. You need to that all those things, they usually affect on how we are going to perform in terms of the business. So you need to have that emotional intelligence. You can lead. Yeah, you can lead more on understanding people. I would even recommend this book called Surrounded by Idiots. It's a very nice book that usually categorizes people into four colors, and it helps to understand on how you can interact with each color and which color can work best for which. It's a very good book when it comes to understanding human as well. Yeah, yeah. So that's the thing. Yeah, and also I love Robert Greene's series. I know mostly talks about a lot about humans in terms of psychology, and it helps if to have just an overview of what you are dealing with. Because as we are building the team, it will be getting bigger, and the bigger the team, which means you start getting different kinds of people, and you need to have to be ready for that, because there is no way you can be praying to say, okay, no, God, I want to have a big team, but you do not have the capacity to lead a big team. So you need to be ready, and that is why you need to focus on the key growth areas, which is communication, leadership and team building, personal branding, social media, and emotional intelligence. Yeah, these are the key areas that you need to put the focus on. Okay, then the third thing that we need to is building your daily habit. You need to have a daily method of operation. Um, That's how Robin Sharma puts it. So you need to have at least your daily method of operation. How does your day start and how does it end? What is in there during your day? If you, you need to at least read 10 pages daily. You don't have necessarily to start with 10 if you are just starting. I know most people prefer listening, but trust me, it's so much different when it comes to this. When someone who is reading and someone who is listening, the one who is reading will understand more, because you need to go through a lot of things. First, you need to put your eyes there, you need to focus, then you have to process all the letters, and then you also need to understand what each word means. That way, trust me, it gives you more information and gets you to be thinking rather than listening. Yeah. Or you can listen to at least 15 to 30 minutes either on the podcast, training, anything. And also, you need to making sure that as you are doing this, you are not living forever behind, because you can be doing personal development and you're not you're forgetting about your company, you're forgetting about your business. You need to know, because when we say personal development in the habits, most people, they almost listen to even people who are not even in our industry. Mostly we need to pay attention to people who are in our industry, and the information that is about network marketing, and also not just any other network marketing, but also forever. Which means if you have to go on if it's products, a product stock, health stocks, all has to be related to forever. Yeah, go on and have more information about it. Also, you need to take note and do reflection, and then you and action steps. Yeah. So you need, most people don't like they say no, it's old fashioned to have a journal where you are writing down how your day was, to track. That one actually is very important, because it keeps you thinking. When you're journaling, it keeps your mind active, instead of just trying to go sit down and remember. Most of the details won't, but if you're writing down, it will force you now to go back and see on how the day was. Yeah. Then the most important is not just learning, but also to apply everything that you learn. They I always talk about not being a business professor without a business, where you have all the knowledge about the business, you have knowledge about the network marketing, and all you have is just the knowledge, and it's theoretical and not practical. The most important thing is you need to apply everything that you learn and put it to action. If you don't, then it's just the same as going to college and get yourself a degree and pack it there and say, no, me, I'm a professor, I have a degree, I have a master. Yeah, so you need to make sure that every lesson that you learn, it applied, An idea that is executed, it's much, even if no matter how bad it is much better than a brilliant idea which is not executed. Yeah, then the fourth thing that I want to talk about now is Lida, you just help me move the slides. Yeah. Now, the fourth thing I want to talk about is now to integrate work and network marketing. You just need to apply discipline, teamwork from your job to network marketing. You can use your network marketing in persuasion skills even at work. Every skill that you learn from network marketing, you can even apply it at work. It will help even to multiply the growth when lessons overlaps. Okay, like you can use the skill that you learn from network marketing and go and apply it at work. For example, when it comes to communicating with your customers or your prospects, maybe if you have misunderstanding, you can ask more questions instead of showing too much, like trying to be interesting at work. You get to be interested in other people's, because you need to be open-minded, and you need to understand other people and figure out what they really want so that you can help them. Yeah, you need to know what they want in order for you to help them. All those skills that we usually learn during the trainings, and also those communication skills we have in network marketing that you need. You can use that to even to other things that are not relating to the business. Maybe it could be personal growth. It will help balance even the job. You start performing much better. Even the discipline and the consistency, that would be very, very much helpful. Yeah, so those are the also reasons why you need to add your personal development to your routine. Yeah. Yes. Then the fifth thing that we can now talk about is weekend deep work. You need to dedicate at least 1 to 2 hours weekly for focused learning. Attend seminars or online courses. And mostly early career usually have these online events. You can go on and just have a deep learning where you are just so focused. If it's the 90 days game changing plan, you can just go and listen to it just for hours. That is also very much important. Attend seminars and online courses. Let's say if you're a very busy person and you usually don't manage to go and to attend the trainings, maybe if it's Go Supervisor or any other trainings, you can go on and on weekend and just dive in and rewind, watch everything that was recorded. That will help you have the knowledge. Yeah, and remember, I'm talking about the people who are actually working and they are also doing the business. Usually, they are the one that usually gives a lot of excuses. No, I don't really have much time, but you can use the weekend. You can create at least 1 hour to 2 hours of deep work. You just focus on learning the major skills. Yeah, but we have all the trainings. We've got YouTube channels. from top leaders. You can go on and listen to them. Yeah. So plan your marketing strategy and also review the weekly goals. Yeah, but also don't forget to balance your spiritual, mental, and financial growth. These I would say there are three many things that any person needs. You need to have something that you believe in, just the same belief. Even if you say, um, there was this quote that I love from one of the old scientists that usually says the only reason that I believe in God because if if God doesn't exist, then I'm well and good. But if He exists, it goes like if God doesn't exist, then it's okay. But if He exists and I don't follow Him, then I'm at risk. So it is having something to believe in. It's on the safe side than having nothing to believe in at all in the first place, because you have to be on the same on the safer side. Yeah, so you focus on the mental health. It's very much important. We have all this life going on, and that can drain you. The people that we are surrounded with, we don't really focus on the mental health. You find out that even the business, it feels like it's a lot of work. Yeah. Also on the financial goals, you need to spend your money wisely, and also making sure that your money that you are making, you are putting it in the right place, making sure that it's safe. Yeah. So these are the 5 things that I wanted to share. Then the sixth thing that we need to also keep in mind is, leader, just help me move the slide as well. Okay, so the last thing that we can get from all this is, consistency is it beats intensity. Intensity is where you just want to do, you do everything at once and stop. But consistency, that you just need to keep one step at a time, without lashing. Yeah, you need to keep consistent. Then you also need to grow daily in small steps. You need to making sure that by the time you're looking back, you say, wow, it's been some time and I've learned all this. You need to grow on a daily basis, and you need to be taking small steps. Apply lessons across jobs and network marketing. Yeah, for example, you can, if you are in sales, or if you are in hospitality industry, that nice that thing of being nice to people, you can just apply that into your network marketing. Just because you are being nice to them, they will get to be attracted to you, and they'll be able to listen to you more, and they'll be able to help you and buy products from you, or recommend you someone that might need your business, just because of that. Yeah, so you need to apply that. Then you review your progress weekly. you know After you do your weekly plan, you see how your business was, you see your personal growth. You can also ask, what skill did I learn this week? Because these are the things most people don't pay attention to. They focus on how many sales did I make this week, but there are very few people that actually ask, what skill did I learn this week? You need to ask yourself, do I have the skill enough? Am I skilled enough to go on and do that? Yeah. Because with that, it even actually gives you a reason why your business is not going. Yeah, you can go on. Do I have a good follow-up skill? Do I have prospecting skill? Yeah. So you need to making sure that you keep going. Yeah. With a self-discipline, you will grow as a leader. Yeah, otherwise you need to, this business, it's a personal business. We always say that no, you are in business for yourself and never by yourself. But the thing is, it's your business. You need to take in the responsibilities of learning all the skills that is necessary. At least if you do not have um, time to do all this, at least go pro. At least go on and buy GoPro if it's a hard copy, or if you have to listen to it, you have to, because that's the foundation of the network marketing industry. There will be no any other than that. It has all the skills that you need from the beginning to the end, from finding prospects into making them a leader. Every skill is in that book. So I highly recommend, if you haven't, please go and download it. Yeah, go and download it, so that even if you want to listen to it, you can easily listen to it at any time, anywhere, when you are free. And you don't have to listen to it all at once. You just need to be listening to it, even 10 minutes parts. 10 minutes. If you do 10 minutes every day, 10 minutes every day, by the end of the day, I mean, in 2 days you have 20 minutes. In 3 days you have 30. In 30 days, that's a 300 minutes. you know so you need to just have consistency. Otherwise, this is what I just thought of sharing with you, leaders. I don't know if you have any questions, if you have anything that you'd love to add. Feel free. Feel free, so that if you have something that you can add, leader, can you just try to unmute, give access anyone to unmute, so that since we have 7 minutes, everyone can participate and add something, or how they have questions.